Assalamualaikum. This is topic 3, communication barriers. Halangan-halangan komunikasi. What is communication? Ni dah banyak kali bagi tahu. The process of exchanging ideas, feelings, opinions, facts and information between the sender and a receiver, verbally, written and non-verbally, body language. Nampak tu, sender, orang yang menghantar message tu, feedback. Orang yang menerima tu dia bagi feedback. What is communication barrier? Any interferences or noise that disrupts the communication process and causes the message from the sender to be unreceived by the receiver. Apa saja halangan ataupun bunyi. Noise ni bunyi bising. Halangan. These barriers may come from the sender or receiver or the condition of the communication. This will confuse the listener, create misunderstanding, confusion and lead to miscommunication. Jadi bila kita sampaikan sesuatu, lepas tu ada halangan, ada bunyi bising, adalah benda yang menyebabkan mesej tu tak sampai bagaimana yang kita harapkan. Tengok ni, sender dia hantar mesej, awak hantar mesej pada kawan, kawan sebagai receiver mesej tu. Gunakan common sense, lepas tu mesej tu decode, tapi ada noise kat situ. So kita nak tahulah barriers, halangan, noise, apa dia tu? Barriers of effective communication. Time, masa. Limited time to explain your points. Masa tak cukup nak terangkan pada kawan. When you talk, do not share too much information with your listener. They might be overwhelmed with details. This can cause confusion and distract them from your message. If the message is new to your receiver or listener, talk slowly and pace yourself when sharing the information. Jangan bagi terlalu banyak maklumat dalam sedikit masa. The words used. Language barriers can cause difficulties in communication. Unfamiliar words cause barriers to others who are not familiar with your choice of words. Language or dialect differences between the speaker and the listener can be frustrating to both speaker and listener. Bonjour, hola, hello, spasiba. So benda-benda macam ni, benda-benda yang yelah language barriers tu. Nak kadri kele, apa lagi, wah ini ke, benda-benda yang kita tak tahu kan, kita jarang dengar. Itu boleh menjadi penghalang juga. Environment, alam sekitar. Crowded and noisy places. People talking too loud, using mobile phones to play music and games might distract your receiver from understanding your message. Ni, hi Alfred, how is your sister? Ada bunyi bising apa semua ni. Alfred, how is your sister? Oh, I'm fine. When kayaking today, oh I'm fine when kayaking. So tak message tu tak sampai lah. Information, maklumat. Sometimes too much information is not good to the sender and the receiver. Information overload occurs when the information we receive is too much to process. Kita terima banyak sangat ni, contohnya bagi list benda nak kena buatkan, tambah kedua ketiga sampai ke 10 dah tak ingat dah apa benda pun. It can cause frustration because you have to absorb too much information within a short period of time. If the receiver is overloaded with information, he or she cannot receive the information well. This will cause the receiver to miss the message of the sender. Jangan bagi maklumat banyak sangat. Lack of interest. Kurang minat lah ni. Some people may find it difficult to express their opinions on topics like politics, religion and mental health. When the receiver shows lack of interest in listening, it will cause misunderstanding and frustration. For example, when you are talking to your friends and they are not paying attention to what you are saying, this means they are not interested. Words that can cause misunderstanding, more than one meaning. Perkataan yang ada maksud banyak. Mocha. Tengok gambar ni, mocha. A perfectly pulled shot of our signature espresso blended into a decadent treat with hot steamed milk and melted bittersweet chocolate. Ooh. Satu lagi, hot milk and espresso mixed with chocolate. Mana lagi senang? Use language that is appropriate to your receiver's level of understanding. Tengok, kalau nak guna bahasa tinggi, bercakap dengan profesor ke apa ke, bolehlah kan nak guna term-term tinggi tu. Tapi kalau bercakap dengan pelajar sekolah macam mana? Bercakap dengan budak sekolah rendah lagi macam mana? Miscommunication arises when the sender does not use simple and clear words to convey the exact meaning to the receiver. Sometimes the sender and the receiver of the message assume different meanings to the same words. Bahaya Still in words that cause misunderstanding. technical words or jargon. Oh, tengok orang ni. Need RAM and HDD for the URL for my FB, but not sure if the XML is HTTP or HTTPS, but the USB has an SSL impacts CPU. Nak cerita laptop dia tu mungkin tak power sangat kot. They are complicated technical terms or abbreviations used by professionals like doctors, engineers, pilots, scientists. It can only be understood by people of a certain group. Jargons, istilah. Jargons can cause confusion when you speak or listen to them. This can lead to miscommunication between the sender and the receiver. Instead of using highly technical terms, just be as straightforward and clear as possible. Tak payahlah nak guna-guna jargon apa semua. Slangs, the use of words or phrases of people belonging to different places or religions. Some slangs may have different meanings to other people. Slangs are informal words and phrases used in communication that exclude specific groups of people. It can be frustrating not to understand the meaning of certain words, so use words that are understood by all. Whatcha thinking, gimme, got to, gotta. Got lah ni. Tak nak pakai GOT ni, got, I have, she has. Outa, Emma, hafta, benda-benda macam ni lah ni, slang-slang semua ni kan. Apa lagi tiba. Offensive and negative words. This one you never use. No one can bear rude language. The use of rude words or expressions will provoke negative emotions. Besides, it will show that you are not being polite and professional when communicating. The sender should avoid rude words or expressions because they may hurt the feelings of the receiver. Jangan guna perkataan-perkataan yang boleh mengguris hati orang. Kalau macam tu lagi teruk lah. So how to overcome language barriers? Choose words and language familiar to the receiver to avoid miscommunication. Kita nak menghalang mesej kita daripada tidak sampai kepada penerima. Kita nak mencegah benda tu. Kita tak nak apa yang kita cuba sampaikan tu lain daripada niat kita. Avoid using difficult words, ambiguous or confusing words, terms, jargon and phrases or slangs. Use short, simple sentences. Keep your message simple to promote effective communication. Frequently check for understanding by asking for feedback. Bila tanya tu, jangan tanya simple question like, faham tak? Dengar tak? Cuba tanya soalan-soalan yang konkret lepas kita dah bagi satu-satu maklumat. Politely ask for clarification and avoid any assumptions. Be respectful. Language barriers can be frustrating. They require patience and understanding. Use visual aids to explain complicated ideas. Use pictures, diagrams or graphics to help the receiver understand what the sender is trying to convey. Sebelum kita pergi ke slide PowerPoint yang terakhir, awak buka muka surat 8. Ada buka muka surat 8 dalam modul 03. Activity 5, Non-Verbal Communication as a Barrier. Awak akan dapat lihat gambar ni. Now you can see this picture. The URL is a bit long. It's www.share.net/docker/effective-communication-and-feedback-skills. If you want to find it, you can type the URL yourself. Refer to the workbook. It says here, communication can be hindered by a number of things. This picture depicts a scene in which many barriers to communication exist. What are they? Gambar ni menunjukkan bahawa ada banyak communication barrier, halangan-halangan komunikasi yang berlaku. What is the doctor communicating with his body language? Doktor ni, gaya dia letak tangan kat meja, dia cakap kat telefon apa semua tu. Apa yang doktor tu cuba sampaikan? Dia bercakap tu, nampak dia serius tak? Depan doktor ni pun komputer pun tak ada kan? So nampak doktor tu macam mungkin dia involve dengan personal conversation ke, kita tak tahu. What is the patient communicating with her body language? Tengok patient tu letak tangan ni tengah muka, buka word semua. Dia menunjukkan apa? Adakah patient tu seorang yang sabar, gembira ke? Other ways of not communicating well include cara lain macam mana kita tak nak berkomunikasi dengan betul. Kalau kita tengok kat luar tingkap, looking at the clock or watch, starting to speak to someone else, shuffling papers, itu tak bagus. Negative non-verbal communication can have many consequences. Kalau kita ada negative non-verbal communication yang negatif, such as information is not shared or understood, maklumat tak sampai, the client may ask fewer questions, Problem may be difficult to understand. Situation may be uncomfortable. Itulah dia dalam muka surat 8. Saya harap awak dapat taksirkan apa yang berlaku dalam gambar ni. Boleh bincang bersama sendiri. Sekarang ni baru kita boleh sambung ke slide yang terakhir. Okeylah, ni ada satu aktiviti. Video ni awak kena tengok link dia dalam description. Video ni memang kelakar. Pendek je Watch the video attached. Discuss the following question with your friends and teacher. Discuss. You reply in the WhatsApp group. What is the language barrier in the video? Apa halangan dalam video ni? How can we prevent this from happening in the future? Macam mana kita nak mencegah benda yang berlaku dalam video yang awak akan tengok selepas ni daripada berlaku lagi di masa akan datang? In your opinion, what can you do to prevent language barriers when you are talking to other people? Ini dalam pada pendapat awak sendirilah. Apa yang awak boleh buat untuk mencegah halangan-halangan dalam awak sendiri untuk menyampaikan maklumat kepada orang lain? So, itu saja. Saya akan tunjukkan link kepada video ni dan saya nak awak tak payah pause dah. Habis saja awak tengok video ni, habis saja awak dah tengok link tu, jawablah soalan-soalan ni dan video ni pun tamat. Berlitz German Coastguard by Hvatum. Link ada dalam description. Tapi macam mana kita nak cari? So kita gunakan Google Berlitz German Coastguard. Tu dia, dapat maklumat di hujung jari. This is hard skill. Itu saja untuk hari ini. Terima kasih. Bye. Assalamualaikum.